Ladies and gentlemen, y'all didn't think I was gonna let this Chinese machete off with just an unboxing, did you? No, sir. All right, so Machete Monday didn't happen. Well, it was the holidays and I was working on a dent in my couch. But here we are back at it. We've got some Yopon and some inkberry, some kind of woody vegetation. Let's just get into it. It's nice and wet. Handle feels pretty good. It feels cheap, but how the thing actually fits in my hand is not terrible. Nice and wet. Y'all see that water slinging around? All right, so we got a lot of rocks in the ground. This particular kind of soil that we have here, this Alabama red clay, it's got a lot of iron rock in it. So we are going to see in a minute how this blade holds up with that. By no means do I ever expect a machete to be able to chop rocks, but it should be able to maintain a serviceable edge and not dent and ding too much. I guess I'm holding all these knives to my Traumatina standard because I feel like, well, if one company can make a $20 machete that's worth anything, you figure some other ones could too, especially when they have the name survival or bushcraft or emergency in their marketing, because not everybody out there knows the things that I know about a good machete, and they might be thinking, I'm gonna buy this thing just to keep in the back of the truck, just in case. Not to use it every day, but just in case. Or I'd actually like to have a machete for survival. Tell you what, you could put me out in the woods with a machete and a knife for a few days and I think I'd be okay. All right. We've hit the ground several times and our edge looks good. And thank goodness that made in China is finally starting to work its way off. Everything looks good except for that sticker. All right, let's go find something hard. What we've got here is some black tie-tie. And this stuff, well, when it's green, it can be a little bit softer as with anything. But when it's dead, it can be pretty hard as bone sometimes. Try to make sure y'all can see. This machete's doing pretty good, buddy. This is about 4 inches in diameter and it is still green, obviously, but it's down. So we're gonna, ooh. Yeah, you hear that. Well, second swing. See that? Maybe it'll straighten itself back up. Yeah, man, so it already took a bend, and a pretty nasty bend. It's a bend that you could still work with, but it's not one that you have to work with, because there's just better blades out there. Get out of here, greenbrier. Ow. Look at that nasty stuff. It's a mean monkey. All right, can y'all see that bend in that blade? It took a nasty one. Wop, wop, wop. All right, let's find some harder black tie and see if we can't put the nail in the coffin on this sucker. You guys, the tree that I just cut with that machete that put a bend in it is an everyday thing for a land surveyor. You say, oh, 4 inches in diameter, you should have an axe or a saw. Buddy, we chop 4-inch, 5-inch diameter privet hedge. If you know a surveyor, just ask him what's the biggest tree you've ever taken down with a machete, and he'll probably tell you something that would surprise you. All right, so here we got a dead piece of tie. Rotten piece of tie. Okay. Okay. Give my knife back. Give back now. Give my knife back. Come on now, give my knife. Well, I think I'm just gonna leave that here for the next guy. Y'all didn't really think I was gonna leave a knife in the woods, did you? Look at that. From trying to get that thing out of the stump. That is, well, can we see it? Maybe if I get a little closer. Now that thing is crookeder than a Kentucky smile, boy. I don't really see a need to try to chop fat wood with this thing. What were we doing? We were doing the cheapest machete that I could find on Amazon, and boy did I find it. Seems like the edge held up pretty well. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they did a differential heat treatment. I wouldn't think that they would with a cheap machete like this. I mean, that's pretty soft stone. You can see it's just kind of chipping up right there. Yeah, so I mean, as with any knife, it's starting to dent up a little bit. But yeah, the emergency zone is not for an emergency, not in my opinion. Thanks guys for coming. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for your subscriptions. We've got a fan request. I'm calling him a fan. He said that he loved Machete Mondays. So he has been talking to me about a couple different machetes, and tomorrow we're gonna drop a video about one of those. Look at how bad this thing is now. Look at that. Y'all see that? Hang on, let me put on some gloves. Let me see if I can just go ahead and make sure nobody else ever uses this. There it is, emergency zone. Yeah. This is the way we cut our femoral artery. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that. I don't know, I guess if you wanted a hewing axe, but a hewing machete, if you were just kind of, what the hell?
Ain't no need to write a song.